So we've got some exciting people you get the chance to hear from. Okay, we're only missing one, but he might not be on yet, so I will catch him once he is. Okay, so let me get our settings finalized and we will be live. Now, here's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to allow you to turn on your videos if you'd like. Now, we have the chat function to where chats will come to me, the host, the Connect United account, and we would love to have it where it's open for everyone, but we need to control that a little bit. We've had some stuff where we've just had to lock that down a little. Also, we'd love to let everyone unmute and, be able to chime in. But again, we've had to lock that down a little bit, unfortunately. So we are going to have cameras on if you'd like. Try not to let it be too distracting or anything crazy, but the chat will come directly to me. So with that being said, we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to record this meeting. I'm going to hit record, and then I'm going to give you a quick overview of what to expect. And then I'm going to turn it over to our first speaker. So let's get after it, guys.
Recording in progress.
Okay, well, welcome to the Connect United Global Update meeting. My name is Austin Little. Let me give you a quick overview of what to expect here in this meeting, and then I will turn it over to our first speaker. So we've got several great things happening. We've got some exciting stuff. We have some raffles today that are going to be live on this meeting. We're going to do some live interactive raffles and some giveaways. And excuse me, we have an exciting announcement. We also have a contest that's being announced today. And so there's some exciting stuff. Let me encourage you, don't go anywhere, okay? Because if you go somewhere, you're probably going to miss some stuff, all right? So that's just good to be aware of. You don't want to miss anything. Excuse me. Now, we also have, as I think everyone is well aware, we have contributions from a few of our favorite blockchain brands right here. You can see you're going to hear from Green, you're going to hear from Switch, you're going to hear from Element, and then, of course, contributions from Win as well, because that is the native blockchain of Connect. And so you're going to hear from all of those brands. As you can see, we've got some brand presidents on here now ready to go. And so we are going to have some fun. I believe I've covered all of the bases. Please, with the videos, again, try not to keep it try not to let it be too distracting. If it is, we might just stop your video. Please don't be offended if we stop your video. That's just because maybe it's a little distracting, or maybe you didn't realize you had it on. That's all that means. We still love you. We still love that you're here, and we want you to be here, okay? So I mentioned we're going to do some raffles. I know we're only 5 minutes in, which means people are still getting on. Done enough of these meetings. The first 10 or 15 minutes, there's always people still jumping on. But a lot of you guys were here early and on time. And so what that means is the very first raffle is happening right now. And someone just put in the chat box, pick me. No, that's not how this is going to go. Okay. You have to do a little something in order to win this. So the first one is going to be some Connect swag. Okay. And there's going to be some raffles that are swag. And then there's going to be one that is a little bit bigger. Okay. And so the big prize has a $500 value, in fact. So the big one's going to be fun. But we got some swag, okay? And here's the first one. Here's what you have to do. You have to put it in the chat box to me, which this is the Connect United account. Okay, I'm the host. So don't send it to one of the other co-hosts because it won't count. And it is going to be, this is going to be the easiest one of the day. The first person to tell me what time it is in their country and what country they are in wins. And by the way, I failed to mention, this cannot work for America, okay? You have to be in an international country, not America, and that is because this was originally an international-only meeting. Now, some people from America did get added in because we got permission to open it up a little bit, but this raffle is for the international teams. I apologize, I didn't mention that at the very beginning. Okay, we have our winner. That was easy. That was the first one. I'm going to screenshot this, and that way we have it documented. Now, I apologize in advance. I'm probably going to mess up your name, but Ramunas Pakstas. It is 1800 or 6 p.m. in Lithuania. Ramunas, you are our winner on the first raffle from Lithuania. That is awesome. I didn't even know we had any community members in Lithuania, so that's actually really exciting to me. That is cool to see. Ramunas, again, I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Send me in the chat box, send me your email. excuse me, we will be in touch so that we can get you that package of swag. Okay. We're excited. Congratulations. You're our first winner. Again, guys, stick around throughout the meeting. We're going to have a few of these raffles, and the biggest one is a $500 value on the prize. Okay. So everyone else, stop messaging me your time. Stop messaging me your country. The first raffle is closed. No more. Okay. Well, that was fun. It's going to be even more fun as it gets going. We have more people and the competition gets a little bit tougher. Perfect. I got your email there, Ramunas, for our first winner. We will be in touch with you so we can get that information and get you your swag. Congratulations again. Okay. That being said, guys, we are going to get this thing kicked off. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to our first speaker, and that is the president of Connect. And that is none other than Mr. Steve Little. So the floor is yours, sir. Take it away.
Thank you, Austin. Very, very, very good. One of the things I would love to see, if you get a chance, I'd love to see how many countries we have in. So if by chance you started to send that your time and country in and didn't because he stopped it, go ahead and send it in. We just love to get a count. It'd be very, very interesting. We've got a lot of information to cover in a very, very short period of time here today. One of the things we're going to do is we got some announcements. We got some contests we're going to announce. We got some great information. You're going to see some of the developmental things that have happened inside Connect. And so I don't want to spend any more time in the greeting and welcoming everyone to this call because we just want to jump right into the middle of it. And with that said, I want to tell you this, I know there's some of you on this call that have been with us for a while. There's also some that are probably brand spanking new. And so welcome to each and every one of you. We love the leaders that have put this team together. These guys are committed. They're pioneers. They are champions. And and to the leadership goes the greatest rewards, right? But with that said, I want you to know this, we are building, we are building the Connect that you wish you could have. And that's the company that we're going to have. That's the blockchain. That's the community we're going to have as we go forward. And so let's take a look at this. We had a big event in Utah not that long ago. Let me just see if I've got my tools all working here. I think we do. We had a big event. We had 100 plus people show up to a leadership event in Lehi, Utah, which is where the Nerd headquarters are. We had great speakers throughout the experience. Everybody had a great time. There's some of our studs right there. There's Diana Townsend. There's Billy Womack on the front, Jake Dietrich. Well, everybody had just a great, great time. All the brands were represented. It was an incredible event. 2-day event. The next event is October 21 and 22. We want you guys to come. I don't care how many countries we've got on here. We want you to come over here. And Austin, if you get a count somewhere along the way, feel free to interrupt me if there's a pause. But anyway, here is the details. If you go into your Connect United site right now, this is on there. ConnectUnited.com. Now, don't go there right now. Go after the meeting. Take notes. By the way, you probably don't want to take a lot of screenshots. We are going to we're going to go rapid fire today. You're going to feel like that proverbial drink out of a water hose, probably, or fire hose, I should say, probably. But we want you to come to this event. It is incredible. What the thing you don't want to miss is that the tour following the event so if you book your tickets, be sure you allow for about an hour afterwards for that Nerd headquarters tour. It's absolutely fascinating. You will be blown away by what is there and what is behind this whole project. You might win tickets to that event today. Okay, just might. Anyway, we got a major announcement today. The first 50 who register for that October Leadership Summit will be awarded light nodes from Switch, Galvin, and Element. That announcement is being made right here for the first time. You might say, Steve, all those Americans got first crack at it. No, they didn't. You guys have first crack at it. We held this for this meeting right here. The first 50 who register for that event get that. And so that is a big, big deal. I think the registration is $49. And by the way, the reason we have to do that is so we know who's coming and who's not coming. But that right there, you can do the math. you're ahead of the game right there if you come just for that. But anyway, the second major announcement, there is a contest going on. It starts this morning, 12 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 a.m. Mountain Time. The contest started this morning. There's a top personal producer for Switch, Galvin, and Element. And each one of these contests are independent within that brand, okay? The prize is a smart node. We're talking a full smart node for each respective brand winner. The contest period is today through October 18th. I know that's a weird day to start. It's a weird day to end, okay? Normally you do a contest, first of the month to the end of the month, something like that. But I wanted to start it today. I want to give all you guys the advantage over there. I see Michael's Vince, my buddy there. And Michael, that contest starts now. We are in contest mode. Your people are hearing about it first. It's sponsored by Switch, Galvin, Element. And there's 3 different contests, 3 different winners, 1 node each. Now, worth noting, same guy couldn't win all of them or 2 of them. The same guy could go out there and just whip everybody else and get all 3. But there's going to be specific rules and more details to follow soon. Okay, the details, rules to follow soon, but that is happening. We're in contest mode right now. Can I get a fist bump, a high five, anything from anybody out there? Okay, I can only see 5 or 6 of you right now, so I got 1. Okay, good deal. There we go. Pete Garcia is in. Okay, very good, very good. I love this technology that we're working with right now is absolutely incredible, as we all know. The one thing I hate about it is we don't have that live interaction, but I do know we're all spread across the globe. Austin, I'd be interested to know how many time zones we're in. Okay, I'm guessing it's 10 to 15. You know?
I don't have the time zone number at the moment. I'm not quite that good off the top of my head, but I do have the country count, at least for those that message. So I bet there's a few more.
How many
those that message, we have 15 different countries represented, and there were quite a few from the same countries.
Okay, wonderful. Well, listen, if you haven't sent that in yet, send to the main host the time where you are and the country. So that's exciting. Okay, let's keep going here. The best tool we've ever had. Okay, now again, I am showing you, and we're going to go fast. Okay, but I am showing you some of the developments that have been made in the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months that are available right this minute. The best tool we've ever had by far, according to many, and I do completely agree, is this explainer video right here. It is in your back office now, your dashboard. It's there right now. If you haven't seen that yet, you have got to go see that. It tells the Connect story better than ever. Somebody is very close to our circle of influence here told me that they watched that. They told me the other day, they said, I now understand Connect better than I have ever understood it before. And that person has been around 6 to 12 months, very much involved, probably had hundreds of hours of exposure, and said, I understand it better right now after watching that than ever before. So that's very, very exciting. One guy said to me, but Steve, it's 15 minutes long. I said, when was the last time you told our story in 15 minutes? I mean, you've never done that in your life, right? And also, this is done in a way where it's non-techie. In other words, the brand new person that's brand new to the crypto, to blockchain, all that, can understand what's going on here. And it gives a very compelling story. We've also got the Blockchain Academy. I know this has been discussed in days gone by. This is not your grandpa's Blockchain Academy. This is the new and improved version. And so let's take a look. So you got the blockchain. And again, this is in your site right now, okay? So you go into the academy, you pick your course you want to take. After you've done the course, you go take a small quiz. It's usually about 5 questions. If you pass, you're going to get points. And in fact, let me go back. You can see at the top left here, the guy just got 25 points, okay? If you look right there, the course was completed. You go up there, you got 25 of 300 points available. Now, right now, presently, these are Blockchain Academy points. There is a rumor out there, which I cannot deny nor confirm, but there's a rumor out there. Those are going to convert to the Win digital reward, okay, somewhere down the road, as soon as the Win blockchain is officially mining and distributing coins. Does that make sense? So right now it's Blockchain Academy points, and could be interesting to see how those are treated going forward. But then what happens, you'll notice there's more points the guy can go earn. And in fact, there's a whole series of classes that can be taken. These are not little tickle your ears information. This is tremendous information. The biggest question I get when I'm talking to somebody, they say, Steve, I don't know anything about the crypto world. I'm intrigued by it. I'd love to learn more. How do I learn more? I don't even know what I don't know. And by the way, I just thought of something. Austin talked about all the countries. I know we have some that English is not your first language listening today. And for those of you that are bearing through it, I want to commend you. Maybe you can get some input from somebody beside you there, or and I know I'm talking kind of fast, but it's because we've got a lot of ground to cover in a short time. So I just want to commend you for bearing through that. Okay, Austin?
Hey, also very quickly, I apologize for interrupting, but there is a feature on Zoom. Now, I haven't used it, so if it doesn't work, great, I'm sorry. At the bottom, there is a button that says live transcript, and it has a CC on it for closed captioning. And the purpose of that is to actually get captions in your language. So maybe if you're having a hard time with English, maybe try that. But there you go.
Great point. Thank you, Austin. Okay, so the Blockchain Academy, we've heard nothing but great things about the content. Okay, this is tremendous content. Okay, the Blockchain Academy will continue to expand. It has, it's very, very good right now, but it is going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to expand. There will be more courses within it. There's going to be an advanced section, the 200 series, and we've got some exciting things planned for the Academy. What is very important to understand about the Academy is this. It does two major things for us. Number one, it's going to give us an incredibly well-trained sales force and a compliant one, which is very important, obviously. And they earn digital rewards to learn. And then the second thing it does, it's the front end of our sales funnel. You get them in our ecosystem, let them join for free, let them participate, let them earn Win, Switch, Element, Eyes, etc. And when they're ready to engage, when they're ready to buy a node, what are they going to do? Where are they going to go? Probably with the source of their information, right? And where they're comfortable, where they have knowledge. And obviously, we're going to have the breadcrumbs laid there to where it kind of leads them to us. Does that make sense? And so it is a brilliant idea. Wasn't my idea, so I'm allowed to say that. But it is a brilliant idea, brilliant concept, and we're going to have the best free, in fact, paid to learn. We're going to have the best academy on the internet. Let's go forward. And so now you say, well, Steve, man, that all sounds pretty good. How do I get that information to somebody? Well, if you go out there and you go to your site, again, don't go there right this second, but I'm going to show you some screenshots. You go out there and hit that share button. What's going to happen then is this will come up. Again, this is live as we speak. And if you want to share the explainer video with somebody, hit that right there. If you want to share the academy with somebody, you hit that right there. Hey, Mr. Host, we've got some interference here. And then we've got the sign up button that you can hit right there. Okay. And then you're going to get that share link, the share link. Okay. And Mr. Host, I guess you can see that. If you can, any way to clean that up, I don't know. Okay. Now, so communication is going to get better. The rumor is Discord is coming very, very soon. Now, again, I cannot confirm nor deny that, but Discord is coming. Okay. Email communication is starting next week. Additional development that has happened is shopping. And you see why we got to shut things down every now and then, why we can't let everything run rampant, because you get it anyway. So there's additional development that has happened, and it's the shopping cart side. And so here is the way it looks right now. Again, this is live as we speak. We've got an incredible development team. What's been determined is we're going to put your wallet first. You're going to add the Ethereum to your wallet first. And then what happens is you're going to come up to your shopping cart right here. You can notice now we've got multiple brands on your site. This is a big deal because you weren't able to purchase multiple nodes at one time before. You got the smart nodes on the top, the light nodes on the bottom. And then you will also see that in our example, I'm zooming in now. This is the smart nodes. And in our example here, what I've done, I'm showing we got 3 element nodes, 3 green nodes, smart nodes, or switch nodes and wind nodes. Okay. One of the things that I just want to clarify for those of you that are numbers guys, we've got some developmental screenshots in here. All the numbers don't track all the way through. This was not a live order. This was taken in development side. So they don't all match up. But you can see right here, this is our order summary. And then you go to the next screen. You're getting ready to process the order. We lock in the price. Okay. Then because the money's already there in your wallet, you can lock in the price. In the past, we've had some exchanges that took forever to transfer money over. Those problems are going to go away. And so then your order status right there. And you're going to link your accounts right now at this time. You initial sign up, you get your account set up. Then you link them. And then right here, we've got your receipt, your email receipt. And so, as you know, if you had any of this process in the past, you know this is light years ahead of where we were from a smoothness factor, from a process of usability and user friendliness. Here's the thing I want you to know. As I said earlier, we are building the Connect that you want us to be. Okay, it is coming together in a major way. It's ready on mobile too. Here it is on the mobile look. Okay, I'm not going to go through all those slides, but it's there on mobile right now as we speak. It is time for raffle number 2. Austin, would you like to? By the way, I hope you guys appreciate all that. That's good stuff. I know. I mean, there's been a lot of work going into getting that all ready to go. For those of you who've been around a while and you were here prior to a lot of that kind of activity being done and ready to go, I just want you, I hope you're excited this morning because I guess it's not morning where most of you are, but Austin, it's raffle number 2. So I'll hand it over to you.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right. And okay, raffle number 2. Now, this question is submitted to us from the Green blockchain. Okay. So this is a Green blockchain focused question. And excuse me, here's the way this one works. There are 5 answers that are acceptable, but for the sake of time, you don't have to give us all 5 answers. That would be a lot. So you just have to get one of them right. And I've got the list right here of qualified answers. So these are not made up on the spot. They're real predetermined answers. And here's the question. And it's going to be the first person to put a correct answer into the chat box to me, Connect United account. What are the top ways to conserve energy at home?
And they got to put their country on there too, right?
Yes, put your country as well. Thank you for adding that. Give us the answer and give us your country.
Say the question again.
What are the top ways to conserve energy at home? Got to give us your country. We've got some people close. We've got some people very close. These are all good ideas. Got to be a qualified answer. Oh, here we go. We have our first qualified answer, and that is insulate your home. And that is Gavin Bain out of Spain. Gavin, congratulations. You are our winner for the Green blockchain raffle. Gavin Bain out of Spain. Wow, that rhymes pretty well. Gavin, if you can message me your email, we will be in touch with you to get the information we need to get you your prize. All right, back to you, host.
Great job, Gavin. I can see him. I've got about 6 videos up on my screen, and I can see Gavin there. Good job, Gavin. Okay. Okay, out of Spain. That's wonderful. Okay. Our next speaker is with Green. Brant Frank has spent the past 12 years consulting and leading teams in software development. Brant was drawn to the power of the blockchain and has been actively building, teaching, leading, and evangelizing the power of the blockchain to innovate industries for many of those years. Brant has a passion for the energy sector. He's played a key role in the green blockchain since it began, and Brant is currently on the green team and is here to represent the green blockchain movement. So Brant Frank, my good friend out of Utah, take it away.
Thank you so much, Steve. Hey, can I, whoever's taking it, can I take the screen and share mine? Yes. And we need this screen right here. Hi, everyone. It's nice to meet everybody. I have heard so much about this entire worldwide team, and I am so excited to be able to come in and really meet you guys for one of the first times. I think some of the initial people I met way back in the day, and I've been really, me personally, I have normally been in the back seat, really trying to help build and help grow these communities from the inside, helping features, helping really drive the direction of Connect and Green. And now I get to really be a green representative. So thank you, Steve, for letting me be part of this event. I am so excited to be here for Green and Set Power Free. So I just wanted to give a small recap of what is Green? What is the green blockchain? How does it help us? How does it work? What is the point of it? And really the purpose of the green blockchain is to own and be part of the largest public global decentralized power grid in the world. We want to really set power free. That's our goal, is to try to make the burden of power and having that luxury, that modern convenience and that modern necessity now more available to everyone throughout the entire world, as well as and to really ease that burden for everybody. Our vision here is to provide a sustainable blockchain to thousands and thousands of green owners throughout the world, help them build and be part of the green blockchain. Our network, we really continue to make investments on renewable energy powers, and we support the vision of green. So where have we really been? What have we been doing on the last few years? What does that look like? We have been building a network of nodes to go out to support the power industry and to go in and start capturing power and start storing it into a battery. What does that battery look like? Well, we've begun building this battery so that we can begin using it for helping people ease that burden of their pain, of their power. We really want this to be a worldwide project, and so we've invested a considerable amount of time into building that infrastructure the right way. Now, it's been interesting. We've been in this industry since 2016, and as you guys have seen, the crypto markets and the crypto environment has shifted drastically from 2016, 2017, and then in 2018, when Green finally launched, we thought everything, there was a lot of consideration on how to set this blockchain up. And what's interesting is the landscape has drastically changed. A lot of the regulation in the US and even worldwide has changed on how you can incorporate energy and how you can incorporate blockchain. And so we've invested a considerable amount of time to build the correct infrastructure to stand the test of time. We have been forging that path for many blockchains in this space, and we've realized that the energy blockchain is a worldwide need that needs to be done correctly. Now, here's something that's interesting. The latest figures say that 64% of Americans right now are living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, 64%. That's crazy. When you look at worldwide, it's an even bigger number. We're looking at what are the needs to be able to help ease the burden of power. Now, for a long time, that has been solar. The answer is, hey, if you want to help your power consumption, go buy solar, go put solar panels on your roof. And that does help, but the reality there is you end up spending tens of thousands of dollars for these solar panels that take off sometimes $10, $15 a month in your power bill. That's not good enough for the green blockchain. We're really trying and striving hard to provide a real impact to help really that's not setting power free for us. Setting power free is really easing that burden and really trying to help much, much more than what solar has been able to provide in the past. And that's even with all the solar tax credits that happen worldwide. So the intention of the green blockchain is to run a node, use it, support the chain, and use the rewards to set power free. Use it to pay for your power. So what have we been doing recently? We originally had a set of wallets. We had our infrastructure, we had our nodes set up, and we realized that in order to scale the right way, we needed to take another look at our foundation and and fix some of our core pieces that we had issues with. We listened to our community, and we made a huge effort in into our customer service. And so what we've done is we have spent a considerable amount of time, just like Connect, to securing down our wallets, making sure the user experience is as good as possible, and really try to help help you to receive your rewards in a more meaningful and easy way. Now, I'm not going to go through all the shopping experience. Connect has gone through some of those screens. I'm not going to waste our time on this and go over the same information again. But the shopping experience is a much better experience for Green and for Connect. So that's a huge deal. The Green wallets themselves they look like they've had a little bit of a makeover. We've simplified them. We've tried to make them an easier experience for users. And we have doubled down and really tried to make a big upgrade to our customer service department. We want to be able to listen, to hear you. And so because of that, we have been on Discord, and we listen. We take an active approach in our Discord channel. Go to the Green Discord channel, Set Power Free, and you can interact with the team. It has been very telling to hear the feedback from all of our users worldwide, and help them to get to make this experience as good and as easy as possible. This is a view of what the new dashboards look like in Green. What have we done here? We fixed some of the mobile responsive layouts. We've fixed the wallets. We've fixed the vaults. The minting experience of getting your rewards and putting them on chain is a much different experience now, which we feel a lot better about. Having users being able to send just their normal crypto. We're looking at the options of different wallets to support in that crypto, and showing a better history. And again, I've said that our shopping experience is a much different experience, but I'm a lot. This is the Green shopping cart, but I really do, and I do encourage everyone here that the Connect shopping cart is the way to go here, and to really go through and use that Connect shopping cart to use these rewards. So what's coming? This is really, for all the people that have been here before, this is what people are excited about, is how soon. Great, this is what we've done in the past. Green's awesome, we all know that. Where are we going? What's on our roadmap? Well, if you've been on our Tuesday calls, you've heard that we have something coming out called Green Power Pay. GreenPowerPay.com is a place that we're starting our closed beta for paying for your power. This is where Green comes full circle. You've signed up, you've joined your rewards. Now, how do I actually pay for my power? Now, this has actually been really challenging. What's interesting here is our initial assumptions here of how we could track and pay for power were too cumbersome. Our original idea here was that you had to upload your power, and we were going through and trying to verify that you really did pay for your power so that the blockchain could reward that. And we found that through a partnership with Switch, we found a better way to accomplish this. And we're going to open up this beta in a closed beta environment so that we can be testing this out in all the different countries and make sure that the blockchain is able to verify that it actually did pay for power. And so we're going to be expanding this more and more and more. Now, we've heard this over and over, paying for power, when's it going to happen, when's it going to happen? I'm saying that it will be happening in 2022. Paying for power is coming in 2022. So we're really excited to be able to be standing by that. Greenpowerpay.com. If you haven't been there and if you haven't joined that closed beta, go join it. We are looking for volunteers in every country that we can. We want to verify this worldwide. This is not a US thing. So first thing that's coming, pay for your power. Second thing, we are working with different international power companies to be able to import your power bills so that we can track and see the power consumption actually happening worldwide, and see that desire to conserve power and save it for others. Now, that is actually going to be a big deal, that we're going to be able to put power consumption on the blockchain. And so that is a huge resource that through some other strategic partnerships, we're really hoping to be able to leverage in the future. So importing power bills and being able to track your power on the blockchain, huge deal that is coming up in the near future. Now, one more technical aspect that is coming, probably it's coming in 2022. It's coming, you're going to start seeing things in the next few months, is our internal blockchain. Now, why is the internal blockchain important? It is a side chain of what our layer one has been minting since 2018. All the distributions in 2018 will stay there, but we're going to have a side chain, and that side chain is going to be able to track things a little bit more in depth and more open and more blockchain style throughout the entire world. So let me give you an example. Right now, a user can go in, see their rewards inside your power or inside your green. We showed the dashboard earlier. It'll see your transactions of what you're seeing and what you're receiving with your node. But are you able to see that in the actual blocks on the blockchain? Are you able to see what your neighbor did? Are you able to see what the community did? Are you able to see when someone brought those rewards out of the main chain? None of those things are available right now. That is all going to be on chain. Any action is going to be done on chain that happens that we've previously called the vault. And what's really cool about that is we're able to leverage that blockchain to bring that into our wallet tech a lot more. And what that's going to give us is, if anybody has been here through 2018, 2019 and run an ERC20 contract, I would like to, in fact, send a chat over to the channel. We'll let Stephen and Austin tell us what the most amount is. But what is the most amount of money that is cost in gas to send any ERC20? Green, Gala, BAT, USDT, USDC. What's the most amount that anyone's ever spent in gas? I know the most amount that I've spent is somewhere, I think, like $50 or $60 in USD. But send out that update, because that's really important. That's a huge deal. Just for me to send money from me to Steve. I want to send him some greens so Steve can go pay for his power. I want to sponsor him. Oh crap, I just spent $50. Are you kidding me? Just to send my green, I'm spending $50 to the Ethereum blockchain. We're bringing that down where it's going to be pennies. You can send that on our internal side chain and it'll just be a penny or two. So we're really validating that internal blockchain is going to be a big deal. If Ethereum flies through the price, which we're all hoping it will, but that causes strain on the network. We want to be able to facilitate people to be able to pay for their power in a meaningful way. Now, longer term relationships we're looking at, we want to be able to incorporate solar. We want to be able to incorporate, I want to see a solar panel that has green nodes built into it. I want to see power companies that encourage people paying their power in green. We've talked to energy traders that look at power grids that are moving power across the country and trying to help ease the load as there's a storm, as there's a tsunami that hits the areas of the world. And so we are working on relationships with power companies throughout the world to be able to both monitor, increase, decrease, show how we can be setting power free. Now, all of these relationships really, they benefit the blockchain. They increase the adoption of the blockchain. It lets people use that that utility, which therefore is able to really accomplish our goal of setting power free. I want everybody to know that no matter what, like that's what our goal here is setting power free throughout the entire world. So I'm super passionate. You get me going on this, I can just sit and just rattle off for hours. I love green. I love what we're trying to accomplish here. I love the movement, and I really do think that we really can provide this for the entire world. And so I'm very grateful. Steve, thank you so much for letting me participate in this. I want to become a more active member of the worldwide community. Please join the Greens. The two things I want to part with is one, join the Greens Discord channel, provide your feedback. We'd like to interact with you there. Two, every Tuesday, this is at 9 a.m. on, we do have a Green community call where we try to answer questions. We try to be really up to date on the razor's edge of where we're at. Steve, I've gone over my time. I apologize, but I'm very grateful again to be here. And
absolutely, brother. Great
thank
job.
You so much.
Great job. Thank you very much, Brant. We are excited about that. You know, the people that are involved, as you can tell, are very, very passionate about what we're doing. And you know, one of the things I've been a part of the Green community since 2018. I've been mining all that time. Met Brant early on, and I knew he was one of the brilliant minds behind it all. But you know, Green, the first technology to convert the value of electricity into a transferable digital asset. That is very, very exciting when you think about that. You know, I got a message a minute ago. One of the guys internationally, they got a room of 100 people over there. They've got interpreters going. So it would turn into 100, and they've got people in there that speak Vietnamese, Spanish, German, and Italians, and they've got translation going to all of it. And so that's pretty exciting. So congratulations. Leadership is everything. Proud of you guys. Austin, it is time for raffle number 3 as we're about to bring up Switch. Thank you, Brant Frank, by the way.
All right, there we go. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to get us set up here. Now, raffle number 3 is going to be Switch focused. And once again, you know, we apologize to all of our friends here in America. I'm here in America, but this was originally a meeting only for the international teams. They were gracious. They allowed us to share that with some people here in America, but we wanted to keep the raffles for only the international community members. Since this was their meeting, they allowed us to share. So reminder, Americans, you cannot win. By the way, quick update on the countries. This is just what people have sent in. We have 18 countries currently present. By the way, I have multiple Americans telling me that they're in the UK right now. They're in Canada. No, you're not. I know most of you guys. But anyway, we currently have 18 countries. And I'm just going to say them real quick. I was asked, America, Canada, Lithuania, Scotland, Italy, Colombia, Ireland, Norway, Spain, Vietnam, the Dominican Republic, the United Kingdom, Serbia, Greece, and Germany. And and Mexico just chimed in. Yeah, if I did not say your country, say it in the chat box to me. So that's actually 19 with Sinaloa, Mexico chiming in. And there's 20 with Ireland. There we go. All right, they're still going. But anyway, we better get to this raffle. There's Algeria. We're at 21. Man, they just keep going on. Algeria. Cool. So with this raffle, this is focused on the Switch blockchain. Okay. Here's the question. Now, let me give you the rules again. You've got to put your country, and then you've got to put the answer. Okay. And here's what I'm going to do. I am actually going to type this in, and we are going to put it live as well. Okay. And actually on this one, I'm not going to type it in. This one's easy. On the next question, I'm going to type it in so it's a little more clear. This one's easy though. What is the maximum amount that you can spend on the Switch Black Card in one day? What is the maximum? Wow, some people were fast. Goodness gracious. That was impressive. Michael Svensk is the winner. Wow, Michael, you were quick. He's going back to his professional hockey days, I guess. He was quick on that one. And that is the correct answer. It is $4,000 a day is the maximum you can spend. Now, again, that is USD. I know with the multiple countries that could maybe confuse it. But Michael Svensk is the winner. Several people got the right answer. He was just the first. Michael, we have your contact information, I know, so we don't even need that. We will get you your prize here very shortly, brother. There we go. Raffle number 3 is done. Congratulations, Michael Svensk from Sweden.
Very good, very good. He got that so fast. He must have had a country already in the chat box ready to go. There is a tip right there, by the way, for the next one. Anyhow, you know, this next guy it has become a great friend. He is a tremendous leader. He's got 20 years experience in commercial banking. The last position he held was a senior vice president of the 13th largest bank in the United States. He was the director of regional credit. He managed a team of 25 people with a book of $1 billion in loans and just under $1 billion in deposits. And this guy is doing a tremendous job with the Switch blockchain. Y'all help me welcome Mr. Brad Wilden. Brad, take it away, my friend.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Appreciate the intro and this great presentation and conference today. It's awesome, fun to listen to what's going on in all the other blockchains. We've been heads down in Switch and been pushing forward. Have a lot of updates. It's been a while since we've been able to be on this call, so we are excited to be here. Like Steve said, my name is Brad Wilden. I'm the COO and president of Switch. Been working here on this project since January of 2021, and just excited to be here with you all. I love the story of Switch. I love what it's going to do and what it is doing, and this ranking industry as we all be in. I also want to give kind of brief background too of a very important person in our group. It's Kathy Roberts. She is our CEO. Her background and the experiences, some of the first that she accomplished in her career are amazing. She was in the founding group for the Discover card, which, as we know, was the first one to present rewards. And she talks about a story when they went to Visa and said, hey, for every 99 cents that this consumer spending, had to start the Discover card, and then she later became the president and COO of Discover Bank in her career, and a lot of firsts for her. In the 1980s and 1990s, a woman in the executive position that she was in banking was extremely hard, and she was amazing and pushed forward with a lot of ideas and was able to run a very successful credit rewards program. So we're glad to have her expertise and her background and her amazing experience that she provides and gives to Switch, where we are trying to be a crypto rewards card as well. I want to share my screen if I can, Austin, so hopefully we're good. Can you see that? I wanted to kind of brag about our team first. Our team has grown since then, but the picture on the left here is our booth at Consensus in Austin, Texas. This is one of the largest crypto conferences in North America. And we had a large booth there and had so much feedback as far as what we were trying to do and the product that we're delivering from everyone that came to our booth. You could see there was about 8 of us there, and every one of us was speaking the whole time for 2 days to everyone that came to that conference. And there was a lot of people that walked through that booth and came back and said, hey, out of all the conferences or out of all the booths here, we feel like Switch is one of the top projects here. So we had a lot of good feedback there, and we're glad to be there this year. That was earlier in the summer of this year. On the right was just at a picture when we were first starting. We now have about 25 employees. You don't see them all, but we've hired some amazing people in their background. One was a CEO of a very, very successful debit card program that followed kind of a debt-free type of disciplined savings. And so we were able to bring over a CEO and make him our VP of operations. His name's Jay Anderton, and he is just a fireball. He's amazing. He's really brought a lot of knowledge and expertise, as well as we hired, and I was proud of this because she actually worked for one of my buddies who is who just sold his company for about 120 million. She was the compliance manager. Her name's Adrienne Miller. And in this banking world, compliance is one of the biggest things that could take you down if you don't do every single step. We are in the crypto world, but we're also in the banking world. So compliance is brutal, and you have to make sure you are meeting all of the requirements that are required to be able to, not get shut down and not have crazy fines. The fintech world is starting to see a lot of fines because of not following regulations. So we're glad to have her. She's hard to fight with. If she thinks this is the right way, it's the right way. So Brant mentioned in his presentation that we're doing things right, and we totally are doing things right. It takes a little longer, and it's not always the easier path, but it is the right way, and it makes us it makes us scalable, and it makes us sustainable, which are very, very important in what we're trying to do. So there's our team. This next step that I want to show you in my slideshow is the actual workings of how our app works. And let me recap a little bit. We originally wanted to go internationally first and launch internationally. And we unfortunately vetted out a good company that we thought we trusted and said they could provide everything that we needed. And about a year into it, they kept saying, no, you got to do this. And it was just little weird things. And they're like, you're approved. You get your card, but you got to do this. So we were making little tweaks here, but we realized these are not vital tweaks that we have to make. So we flew out to the country they're at and did some background of our own. And a lot of the money that we had paid them, they had just used to try to grow their own company, which they said they were big enough to handle the volume that we're going to be producing. And they were trying to ramp up their own business rather than paying Visa and rather than paying a lot of these other vendors that we have to pay to get a card up and running. So we had to make a huge pivot in the middle of this and say, all right, we are cutting ties. We wasted a lot of, not wasted, they said they had it. We looked at everything was moving forward, but they were not ready to take care of us. So we had to cut ties with them and kind of almost say, all right, what's our next direction? So we actually were able to get a card up and running in 2 months in the US with an exchange. And this is how the exchange works. And I will show you how we do it. So this is inside your Switch app. Down at the bottom, you have our Switch logo that I've highlighted in red right there. You'll click on that, and that will bring up a buy, sell, swap, receive, send. You'll click on sell, and that will bring you to this next page. This is your crypto trading wallet. Above here, you can't see it where it says win, is your actual rewards wallet. But this crypto trading wallet is where your actual crypto that you're going to exchange for cash is provided to us by Prime Trust. That's our background custodial of these crypto assets. So you can see once again, this is your crypto trading wallet. Then you've got your logo next to Ether. I've circled it over here. When you click on that, it brings up a buy, sell, send. So we hit sell, and that brings you up to the screen on the right where I have the 0.01 ETH of the 15 bucks. You hit preview transaction. That brings, here's your subtotal, here's your trade fee, and here's the total amount that will cost you. That brings it into your cash wallet. As you hit this button here, again, the switch icon, and hit send, you choose your send of where you want to send it to. Right now, it's just your card spending wallet. That's basically your checking account that's tied to your debit account. So I chose 30 bucks to send to my Switch checking account. And within 90 seconds, this Switch reserves my checking account. This is grayed out because that's my account number. And I'm afraid Brant would take it and try to go spend this 30 bucks. So I have shown the 30 bucks going back from our exchange to my checking account now. This is who does our disbursement verification, and you have to approve that. This is an email you'll get here on the left from Prime Trust. As soon as you hit confirm, that money is then ACH'd into this account here that I just spoke about in 30 seconds. And then you can go spend it on your Visa debit card. This is my actual card that I've been using in Apple Pay. And we have about 40 internal beta testers that have been spending with their debit Visa in the US. So a couple things that have changed since we met with you guys is number one, our first idea of launching internationally is still on the docket, but it is behind because of what happened with that vendor. And we have a new vendor that we trust very much and have vetted them out. We know everything. You know, you always learn your lessons in startups. But the first launch will be in the US. And like I said, we have 40 people right now beta testing this. We have another 160 people on that will be receiving emails and a one-time passcode over the next 2 weeks to give them access to this presentation that I showed you so they can start testing it. And we want these 200 people, the 40 internal and the 160 outside beta testers to try and break our app. So when we launch it everywhere in the US, we'll have overcome all those problems and hopefully fixed all the bugs and made it work. So super exciting. When I went through this for the first time, which was 2 weeks ago, I almost started crying because it's been a year and a half. And number one, we got nothing done with that first group. And in 2 months, we had this up and running, which we're super excited. And the international company that we are going with has promised us that once we sign their contract and their APIs and the documentation to implement their exchange, as well as an international, it's called the MasterCard Direct program, they will be ready for us to be able to start beta testing in 8 weeks. So we're very excited to start that. That's running parallel right now with what we're doing in the US product. And then if you're like my brother, the most important thing, because I'm sure a lot of you are Switch node owners, these beta testers that have the one-time passcode can actually see the points that they have earned since they turned on their node, either earlier this year or just recently. You are seeing the points that you have accumulated. And when I say points, that's different from rewards. Points will turn into rewards, but basically we are a proof of action. And because of the action of them turning on their node, they have been earning rewards. We have some big announcements coming up on our community call in mid-September, and we are excited to show that to everyone. But that is a big question I know everyone's had, is when are we going to be able to make coins, and when are we going to see our rewards inside our Switch wallets? And I know that is happening in the next 2 months. So right now our beta testers are seeing their points, and we are hoping to see your rewards that first or second week in November if everything goes well. So that's my update. I love Switch. I'm glad everyone is been patient with us in that big pivot. It was a big pivot for us, but it actually turned out better because we learned some new things in the banking arena that we had missed with that other company. So usually when you make a big pivot, you usually learn something and become a better company. And that's where we're at. And I'm appreciative of all you and your patience. But we love Switch. We don't stop working. We keep going until what we have is amazing and we can share it to the world. That's all I got, Steve.
I love it, Brad. Fantastic, man. I tell you, that is so exciting. I know, once again, as a Switch node holder, that fires me up. And I know we've got several Switch node holders online with us. You guys are doing an excellent job. You know, I couldn't help but think when I saw that at the last event, they showed the first transaction that went through the Switch card, and the very first one. And Kathy Roberts was sitting back there in the back. I couldn't help but think that maybe this was a little bit of a deja vu moment for her, having helped launch the Discover card and seeing what that turned into. And with the kind of leadership that Brad and Kathy bring to the table, the vision of everything that's behind this blockchain, it's very, very exciting. Now, by the way, some of the biggest announcements, some of the best information is still to come. And so y'all hang with us. I want to say hello to those folks over there in the room with 100 of them sitting in there. And I hope you are understanding English, and with the translation and all that, I hope you're comprehending everything that's being said. Right now, we've got raffle number 4. Now, remember, the big raffle is at the end, the biggest one. So what happens is, like when we announced green, that winner won green swag. With the one we just did, that winner won Switch swag. This raffle winner is going to win Element swag. Element is up next, but Austin, take it away.
All right, all right. Raffle number 4. Man, these raffles are kind of fun. So here we go. We have an element focused raffle. This one I am going to put in the chat box just to make sure it is very clear. And so give me 1 second, and then I'll give you a quick refresher on the rules. And the rules are this: international community members only. And then in addition to that, you need to put in your country name first, followed by the correct answer. And the individual who puts the correct answer with the country first is the winner, even if others get it right, and you will win some swag. Okay. And I'm about to hit it in the chat box and read it at the same time. Here's the question: is Element gold backed or gold linked? Which one is correct? Give me your country and give me the answer. Wow. Well, I don't know if someone leaked the questions to him and he's cheating, or if he is just that fast. But Michael Svensk won again. And I don't think he had the questions. I'm 99% sure no one else had the questions. So, Michael, well done, brother. You were just fast over there in Sweden today. Wow. Can we have the same winner twice? I guess we didn't say no.
Yeah, we can, absolutely. Okay. And I guess, flipping that hockey stick, is that what they call it, hockey stick?
Hockey stick, yeah.
Way back when, flipping that puck, I guess he's got those wrists quick, ready to go. And I assure you, nobody had the questions and answers. So good job, Michael. Let's keep going here. Let's see if he can win the big one, though. The $500 value one, which is the last one. Okay, so we're going to bring up Element now. Element is absolutely one of the most exciting projects that's out there. They've got a major announcement I'm sure they're going to share with you today. Today we've got two, the guys that run this thing, Scott Lemieux and David Castle. Scott, he's one of those TV star kind of guys. He was a successful star on the Discovery Channel show Jungle Gold. He's mined gold in Africa, South Africa, and the U.S. Excellent businessman. David Kassler. Scott, by the way, is the CEO. David Kassler is the COO. And David has started several businesses, employed over 700 people with his companies, has had 15 offices worldwide, and represented nearly $1 trillion in mining assets in the USA. And so I want to bring these guys on right now. Scott and David, take it away.
All right. Thank you. Excited to be here. Just love this community. We loved being a part of the event that you had here in Utah. So David is actually, his sons are playing football, so he's on, but he's if he unmutes, it might be a little bit loud. His two boys are some big old bruisers, man, and they're just throwing kids around right now on the football field. Love everything that Connect has brought to this, the excitement, the passion, and everything that you're building, Stephen, you and your sons. Like, it's been phenomenal, and we're just really happy to be a part of what you guys are doing. And when we talk about Element and what we have, what I'd like to do here today is just give it'll be part update, part here's who we are, because shockingly, there are some of you on this call that haven't bought Element nodes. Like, we haven't had a price increase. Get going, guys. The nodes right now are never going to be cheaper than they are right now. That's not a sales pitch. That's a fact, because we are following the same trajectory as the other blockchains, going up, and it's going up soon. We're trying to do things in the blockchain world that have never been done before. Talk about what we do and to accomplish. I'm confident that you'll agree that what has never been done. The blockchain's unbelievable. It's us to offer incentives to make real change in this world. And by the way, I'm at home. It's Saturday, and I have a son upstairs who's really loud, so he might make an appearance in this call. So I apologize. Unfortunately, there's no off switch on autism. He's autistic, and he's just loud, and he has fun. And so if he makes an appearance, you'll meet my son Kai. But anyway, we're changing the world, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen here so I can talk a little bit about what we are up to. Let's go ahead and play this. Sorry. Oops. Let's see here. Sorry. All right. So we are Element. Initially, we were called Digger, and Digger stood for Digital Gold Rush or Digital In-Ground Reserves, but we're so much more than that. The problems that we're trying to solve in the world right now go far beyond gold. Even though we're gold focused and gold based, we are trying to bring awareness and create new economies around in-ground assets. And so for a long time, you know, everybody kind of harkens back to these days here in America anyway. I know a lot of you guys are international. We had this gold rush back in the 1800s, 1849 at Sutter's Mill. There, someone discovered gold, and the entire world converged. And there's been this fever, this kind of lust for gold because of its value and because of what. I don't know who's drawn on the screen there. That's not me. But anyway, there's been this this passion and this desire for all of humanity for gold because of its value, because of what you can do with gold. And what's going on right now is a digital gold rush. The times are changing. Yes, there's still a lot of gold being dug up right now, but the real revolution in the world right now is in digital gold, digital assets, digital elements. And what Element brings to the table is this marriage between physical assets, physical elements, and the digital world. And let's see here. So I got my start, like Stephen mentioned. I was part of Discovery Channel. I was on a TV show called Jungle Gold, and I was out in West Africa. I actually spent 5 years in Ghana, which was really hard because I've got 5 kids and a wife, and I just go back and forth. I was there trying to solve my own problems. I'd made a whole bunch of money in real estate. And then when the crash happened here in the United States in about 08, 09, I kind of got wiped out, lost everything, and ended up by a series of unfortunate events out in West Africa mining for gold. And while I was out there trying to solve my own problems, a lot of things became very apparent. And I realized just the tragedy and the things that the absolute destruction that was happening because of guys like me trying to find gold. And while we tried to be responsible, especially since we had TV cameras on us the entire time, others are not. And the shocking part is the absolute destruction that's happening in the world by trying to mine precious elements and pull these elements out of the ground. So many times the people and the environment suffer because of the greed of other people. And I freely admit that I was one of those people. I was over there thinking, how do I solve my own problems? How do I take care of my family? And it was happening at the expense of these marginalized communities, of the rivers, of these villages and towns. And it brought to me this awareness that, oh my gosh, I don't think the world understands what is actually happening here, what the actual process is of trying to pull elements out of the ground. And this is a picture from Ghana. This here, the water up at the top of the screen is the river. And you can see people up in there. This is what happens. This is the aftermath of a gold mine. And like Stephen said, I also was mining in South America. This is in the Amazon. This is actually in Guyana. And this is a gold mine. This is what happens, all the destruction and everything that has to take place in order for us to extract these precious elements. And it's doing so much harm and so much damage. And what we realized is that a lot of the gold and other elements that are being mined, most of it, especially the gold, about half of it is just going to sit in vaults. It's going into vaults because there are a few powerful people that want the gold and understand that there's power in gold. So you go back to that picture I showed you of the gold rush, right? People were out there trying to mine gold to take care of their families because there's a power, there's a value in gold. Now it's just happening at a much, much larger scale, affecting a lot more people. So when we look at the effects of what is happening, it's not just environmental. You have to look at layers a little bit deeper. How is this being allowed? There's so much corruption. So when I was in Ghana, there were 25,000 illegal Chinese miners. They came in through customs. They didn't sneak across a border. And so there's corruption with the governments, and there's so much, I won't use the word evil, but there's so many bad things happening in the mining world that something has to be done about it. And these problems have been happening for a long time, but nobody's cared, and nobody's really had an incentive to go solve these problems. So the Pope Francis went down to Peru, and he said that illegal gold mining is the scourge of humanity. and he saw what's happening, and there are so many opportunities for corruption, for money laundering, and all these nefarious acts by individuals, by companies, and by countries in the gold mining world. And so it's, as I looked at this problem, at the time, I didn't care. I didn't think about it. I was just thought, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to stop this? And when you look at a higher level, the amount of gold being hoarded by Russia and China and India, it's staggering, and it's changing politics. It's changing economies. It's allowing people who may not have the best interest of the world or of people out there to do some really bad things because they have access to all of this gold. And so we are trying to figure out, how do we solve these problems? How can blockchain, which is changing the world, blockchain technology in every business and every corner of the world is changing. It's the new internet. It's more, I once heard a quote from somebody, I think his name was Tom Bilyeu, who said the blockchain is a bigger innovation than the internet, which is really hard to understand. He said blockchain will have more of an impact on society, people, business than the internet. And I think the reason why is because blockchain now provides incentive. It provides incentive for everybody. It allows everybody to participate. It allows everybody to care, to have a reason to care. And we saw it with Bitcoin. When you go and you join the blockchain, you get rewarded for it in Bitcoin that has value. But there's so many different things that you can do with this ability to provide incentive to a broad community and offer rewards. And so first, what does Element do? So we first create an incentive for gold miners to stop mining. Now, we understand that mining is going to continue to happen. We have to have mining. We've got gold in all of our phones and TVs, and these elements that are out there, we need them. But so much of the mining that's happening right now doesn't need to happen. People are doing it for greed. They're hoarding it. They're using it to have control and power, and the environment and people are being affected by it. So our blockchain creates an incentive for gold miners to stop mining. Second, we create an incentive for the Element community, you guys, the node holders, to participate in digital mining. No, these problems in mining, like I mentioned, have been happening for a long time, but nobody really cared. But what if we gave you an incentive, a financial incentive to care, to buy a node, to participate in the Element blockchain? Because now, with the funds that we generate from node sales and the rewards that are issued from these nodes, we can give you a great incentive to care about things that normally you may not be aware of or you may not care of. Everybody has their own issues in life. We have our own problems that we're trying to deal with. But if we can offer a financial incentive for you to care, now we can change the world. Third, we created an incentive for those negatively impacted by mining. When I was in Ghana, the locals, the people who lived in these villages, they wanted the illegal foreign miners to come in. They didn't care that they tore down their cocoa crops. They didn't care that they put mercury in the rivers. They didn't care that they were destroying villages, because they got paid, because there's very little opportunity for economic advancement in some of these areas. And so when a miner comes in, the locals are complicit. Well, what if we created an economy that gave incentive for these villages to stop the mining? What if the net benefit was greater to them by stopping the mining than by allowing the mining? Well, that's what we're creating at Element Blockchain. We're creating new economies around in-ground gold. And by offering nodes and by having a community that contributes to these villages, where we can build schools, hospitals, do water wells, bring in new economies, sustainable farming techniques, hire the locals to make sure that the elements are not being illegally mined. We can create a new economy that gives the incentive for those who are complicit. Now again, if I was a Ghanaian in a village and had a whole bunch of kids to feed, I'd do the same thing. I wouldn't care. I would just do whatever I had to do to survive. So now we can create an incentive for the locals to survive, and not only that, but to thrive and to enter this new digital age by providing nodes to the village. And finally, we create incentives for responsible mining. We understand that mining still has to happen. And If we can create an incentive for those who are currently mining to do so responsibly, to reclaim the land, to research new techniques that have a lower environmental impact, we can do that. And we've already started to do that. So we have signed multiple deals with gold mines. So this blockchain, again, it allows us to bring in a broad community, to involve many people. In gold mining, typically you've got a few people involved, a couple of companies, a couple of countries, a couple of wealthy individuals who are the only ones that have access to these elements, and they use it and they're a little bit greedy. The blockchain allows us to spread that out by keeping the gold in the ground, by digitizing that asset and giving broader access to more people for the value of that gold. We can level the playing field. We can bring more people into this world. So here's how we do that. First, we acquire gold mines. We buy gold mines or have the assets in the ground pledged to the Element blockchain. The owner of the mine is compensated with Element nodes and sometimes a combination of cash and nodes. And now the good thing about that is if the mine ends up being mined, we just simply turn the nodes off. So acquiring the gold mine brings these gold and other mines, not just gold mines, into the Element ecosystem. We take ownership in every single mine that's pledged. Now, it's only a partial ownership, but every gold mine, we're about to announce a couple things here real quick. Every gold mine that's in the Element ecosystem, the Element DAO, our blockchain, has ownership in those mines. And that's critical for us. We need to have a say. We need to be on the board. We need to be able to make decisions, whether they're mining, because some of the mines we're working with are mining and preserving. And so there's a big mine that we're working with in Tanzania right now, where they're an active gold mine, but they've committed to safe practices because we've given them nodes, and they've taken a massive chunk of their gold mine and committed it to the Element blockchain. So the announcement that we made earlier is we have our first gold mine closed, or so our first mine closed. It's $103 billion assets into the Element ecosystem. They have agreed to not mine $103 billion worth of assets. And what did they do that for? They did it for nodes. Now, the incentive, we were able to give them an incentive that said, listen, don't mine, stop mining. Let's give you nodes and you pledge all your assets to the Element blockchain. They did it. That's 103 billion. We also signed that we're announcing for the first time, please don't share this with other people yet because we haven't made public announcements on it. A $50 billion gold mine, a $40 or $50 billion jade mine, and we're about to close on our mine in Tanzania. By the end of the year, Element will have pledged to its blockchain about $400 billion in elements and in-ground assets. It's unbelievable. We didn't know if this concept was going to work, to go out there and tell people, hey, listen, the digital replacement value in the form of our reward is more valuable to you than the actual gold in the ground. It's not, you're not going to have to tear up the environment. You're not going to have to take the investment risk. You're not going to have to harm marginalized communities. You're not going to pollute the environment. Your reward will have a greater net benefit to you in many different ways, not just financially, than the actual mining. And we are flooded with gold mines. We're putting pause on all the people that want to meet with us. We're meeting with heads of state. We just met with the future president of Mali. We have appointments lined up with the president of Tanzania, El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. People love what we're doing because now that we can keep those assets in the ground, but they can still be monetized, we're changing the way people look at elements. Keep it in the ground. The keeping the elements in the ground is the safest place for them with zero environmental impact. We're also working with people who are doing carbon credits because the carbon footprint that Element is saving the world is astounding. And we're able to monetize that through these carbon credits that we're working on right now. And so by running a node, you guys are helping us because a portion of all the node revenue that comes in allows us to acquire these mines. Okay. And it allows you to digitally mine a digital replacement value, but keep the gold in the ground. Now, there's not like a 1-to-1 ratio. When we say there's billions of dollars in assets and X number of coins, they're not directly linked. because our goal is to keep the elements in the ground. If we directly link them, that would suggest there's some sort of redemption value. We're never going to pull these elements out of the ground, or at least our goal is to never pull them out of the ground. So we have to create a new value, and we do that through the reward that's earned by the blockchain, by the node that you're running. So we have mines. We just signed on 2 more mines in Ghana. We're working on mines in Guyana. We're working on mines in Alaska. So here's so a lot of people ask, okay, so what does your blockchain actually do? Okay. I'm going to go over that very briefly because I know we're short on time. So we're going to NFT these gold mines. When we get a gold mine, we do an assay, we find out where the gold is. The image on the left is the different NFTs that we're dividing up based on where the actual gold is in the ground. So maybe you might get an NFT that lines up with one of the red sections on the right. That would be a more rare and more valuable NFT. We can use the NFT money to also help support these villages and pay the gold mine owners. And then we're doing a web app game that you can stake your NFT and earn element rewards. And also the blockchain will host the NFTs. We're creating a game. So the game will match up with the actual location of gold. So when you buy a piece of, in the game, you buy your mine, if it happens to match up with where there's a high gold yield in real life, then that piece of ground is gonna mine you more element tokens. And so this one is a little bit down the road, but we've been in negotiations to buy an existing game, this actual game that's called Planet Gold Rush, from our one of our partners. He's actually our brand ambassador, Todd Hoffman from Gold Rush, or actually his new show is Hoffman Family Gold. He's been a good friend of mine, 10 years, loves what we're doing. In fact, he's helping us acquire gold mines in Alaska to help the native Alaskans who've been pretty exploited over the years by intrusive gold mining. So we've got a game. The more people we can bring into this game, the better, the more ground we're able to preserve. So by mining in a game, you're helping us to preserve in-ground assets. So don't mine it in real life, mine it in the game and help us to preserve in-ground assets, but you're going to get rewarded for it with element rewards. Now, what do you do with your element token? We have been talking with some commodities folks, and what we've come up with, this is a big announcement here, is that we are working on a plan so that you can take your element rewards and exchange it for physical gold. So by running a node, we call it mining in the crypto world, you're actually mining literal gold, because we're working with people who are mining responsibly, and they've committed to let us buy their gold that they've mined responsibly, because they now have an incentive to. And now we're working on an exchange to where you can take your element reward and exchange it for actual gold. Like, how amazing is that? That by running a node, you can acquire physical gold. And so we love it, because we want to work the bigger gold mines that are mining responsibly and stop this mining that's doing so much damage, in the Amazon and all over West Africa. And so again, the game will match up with the actual results of where the gold is. And so the other thing your node will do is we're working on our eVault, which is basically a proof of origin and proof of ownership supply chain management system that tracks diamonds, gold, other elements from the mine all the way to the consumer. And because an NFT should be made, an NFT for example, for a watch, an NFT can show proof of ownership. It can show warranty history. It can show transfer of ownership. For a diamond, it can show that it's not a conflict diamond. It's not a blood diamond. We can show proof of origin all the way down to the consumer. So when you go to sell it, or if it gets stolen, there's a digital record of who the actual owner is of that. So again, between NFTs, gamification, the eVault, another big announcement we're making right now. Some of you guys may have seen that there is a big treasure hunt going on here in Utah, the United States. We donated the money for this treasure hunt, and someone just took a whole bunch of money and hid it, and he's giving clues. So we, as a community, Element is designing its own worldwide treasure hunts, where maybe the prize is like 100,000, or if you're a node owner, we double the prize. But we want to bring awareness to what we're doing. And the easiest way to bring awareness to what we're doing is to give away a whole bunch of money. So we'll be giving away smart nodes, we'll be giving away gold, we'll be giving away cash, we'll be giving away a whole bunch of things. And we're going to do this worldwide treasure hunt so that so that we can get the world engaged in hunting for treasure, so that we don't have this intrusive gold mining, because everything we do feeds into stopping the harmful gold mining. And so the more awareness we can bring to it, we've gotten so much publicity off of this small Utah treasure hunt that we said, why not do a worldwide treasure hunt? Let's do it. And let's do 5 cities. Let's do Tokyo, London, New York, Singapore, some of these other big cities. And they all lead into one big grand prize. So we'll do regional treasure hunts where we're giving away, element tokens, element coins stamped with element from mines that were mined responsibly, all in an effort to help solve problems, because that's what Element is here to do, is to solve real world problems, but to reward you for helping us do that. So again, hearkening back to the old days of mining, we're changing that. We are digitally mining. We are trying to end the days where the world is being exploited for these limited natural resources, and we can create a new digital value for these. Now, remember, guys, Element will own, and already does, a portion of all of these mines. So even though we're not linked specifically one-to-one with the amount of gold in the ground with our coin, we have assets. We're going to have billions of dollars of assets in the Element DAO, our company. So we're excited for that. We're excited for all of your support that allows us to do these wonderful things. Again, for us, it's let's stop exploitation. And if we can stop exploitation of people and of the environment while giving you a reward for doing that, that's a win-win for us. Again, the blockchain solves problems by offering an incentive for people to give a damn. And we're excited to be a part of that. We've got so many more things, guys, that the mines that we haven't even announced yet, it's going to blow your mind. I think we're going to make international waves here with what we're able to accomplish in the Element blockchain. And again, for us, we're trying to change this young guy here who normally would be out working for $2 a day, digging in the mud for 10 hours a day. Let's bring him into the digital economy. Let's change his life. Let's make sure that he's not subject to these corrupt governments and politicians and illegal mining that's ruining his life. And we can do that together as a blockchain community. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for your support. If you guys haven't bought an Element node yet, get on it. The distribution in that first year is going to give you the best reward, and it's the lowest the price is ever going to be. We have massive things in the pipeline, as you guys have seen. So do not miss the bus, guys. I would strongly encourage you to get involved with us as soon as you can, and don't miss out on this opportunity to first change lives, and second, be rewarded for it. So thanks, guys.
I love it. Great job, Scott. Tell David we missed him today, but that is exciting information. And again, I don't know. I know this. I've got quite a few Element nodes, and I am very, very excited about that story. As we begin to move forward here, it's time to go to raffle number 5. Raffle number 5 is the big one. And we're fixing to talk about the Wind blockchain in the future. Do not run off. We got great stuff in front of us right now. And Austin, I believe you had a quick announcement. Is that right? Let me hand it to you, then you hand it back to me.
Yeah, sounds good. In fact, let me share my screen very quickly. So we've gotten literally hundreds of messages in the chat box during this meeting. People are excited. Scott, we just had several people messaging that it's time to buy Element nodes and how excited they are about it. And I would agree. I own several myself, and I am as excited about Element as I've ever been. But there have been a few of those questions that's thrown in like a customer support type question. And guys, this just isn't the meeting for that. Also, as the guy hosting it and managing the chat box with hundreds of questions and whatnot, I just can't spend the time on it right now to go through that. So here's what you need to do for me, okay? Is you need to go to this page right here, which is support.connectunited.com, okay? support.connectunited.com, and right there at the top right, you'll see submit a request, and you can put in a support ticket right there, and our customer support team, or customer success as they are known internally, they will take good care of you. Okay. And so, excuse me, for the few of you that have sent in a customer support type thing, I tried my best to get it all together here and take it down, but go put in a support ticket. That will make it official. That will go directly to the entire team. They can all see it. Also, if it's one of those things that needs a developer or something like that to help on the back end, there are some systems where they share that information. And so having the actual ticket in the system is very helpful, not just messaging myself or someone else whose information you may have. Anyway, that is that little announcement.
Okay, fantastic. And yeah, that's the way to handle the support issues. And some guy asked me the other day, I told him we had to fix something. And some guy asked me the other day, he said, why do you have to fix something? I thought everything was fixed. I said, dude, have you ever had one of these things right here? I've had 1,800 updates from Apple since I got my first iPhone back when. I got a brand new Tesla. It is the sweetest car on the planet, in my opinion. But you know what they do? They update that thing several times a month like this. You get an update. I mean, you plug it in and it updates the car. And so there's always going to be updates. There's always new developments. And that's part of the game. Let's go to raffle number 5. Okay, this is the big one. Okay, it is 2 tickets to the October Leadership Summit and 2 nights in the host hotel. Over a $500 value. You heard earlier that everybody that comes to the event would get a light node from Switch, Element, and Galvin. That would be included in this, obviously. And so very, very exciting. And so Austin, let me now, if by chance, if you can't take advantage of it, we will let you exchange it for some swag, okay? But the real value is the event, okay? And that's what we want you to do. But so Austin, with this, and somebody disabled Michael Zvinska's Zoom with. So go ahead, Austin, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little nervous actually, Michael. You know, someone after the last one that you won, someone messaged me, that's not fair. Someone else should win. I said, well, he won fair and square. He was just faster. So here's what we're going to do. I think you know the rules by now. Put in your country and then put in the answer. The first one to get the answer right is the winner. I'm trying to give you a little time to think through this here and be prepared. Put in your country and then put in the answer. If you don't already have your country typed, I can't help you any more than I already have. Here's the question, and I'm putting in the chat box right now. What is the protocol for the WIN blockchain? What is the proper term? Nope, first one's wrong. Oh, there we go. There we go. We have our winner, and they are not Michael Svensk, and they are not. Never mind. I stand corrected. Sorry, that individual was wrong. I read it incorrectly, actually. Let me see. Let's see if anyone got it. Michael Svensk, so close, brother, but actually that's a little off. What is the protocol for the WIN blockchain? Oh, we do have another repeat winner, though. Michael Svensk was not the only one to win twice. Our very first winner also won the last raffle, and that is Ramūnas Pakstas out of Lithuania. And the correct answer was proof of action. Okay, that is what the WIN blockchain is all about, proof of action. And wow, good job. So they won the first one, they won the last one. We already have your information, so we don't need you to send it again. Ramūnas, congratulations. I see you on here, brother. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I apologize if I'm not, but congratulations on 2 victories. You and Michael both. Big day.
I love it. I love
All
it.
right.
Okay. Back to me, right? Okay.
Back to you.
Y'all stay with me. We're bringing it in for landing now. We've got some very exciting stuff. This last part's going to be brief, but there's a couple things you absolutely want to see. When we talk about Connect and joining our blockchain revolution, you know, when you think about the WIN blockchain, as he just said, it is the proof of action blockchain. You're rewarded with digital rewards for the actions, right? And obviously one of the actions is running your node, but to win, you know, Connect is on a mission to build the largest blockchain countries.
22 countries that have chimed in. There may be more, but 22 that we've been told.
22. If we didn't get you now, send it in. We want to count it. And WIN is the digital reward within Connect. And you got the node software, you got the light nodes, you got the smart nodes, obviously. And what you want to do is become an influencer. And you know how to become an influencer, I do believe. Let's talk about it. You set up your free account, you purchase your Win Smart Node software, and you invite 5 friends to do this. When you're an influencer, you can max out the compensation plan. Okay, and there's going to be more training on this as we go forward, obviously. But the most active influencers earn the most. You got access to the bonus rewards, the top 50 to 500, 5,000. By the way, these things are all paying right now. The Ethereum commissions, 10% of the commissionable volume, right? And in one of our partner blockchains, it's half the total volume. With the Win node, it's the full amount, okay? But it's 10% for the confirmation, 10% for the transaction, and then 20% for the block rewards. And I want you, as we look at going forward, I want you to see, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek now into the future. And I want you, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here with you for a second. I want you to check this out.
Hey, the audio did not come through the Zoom. I saw you were unmuted. The audio didn't come through very well. Guys, just so you know, that does have audio and music and everything. It's much more exciting when you have the sound.
That did not come through, huh? Oh my gosh, there's some great music behind all that. Oh well, technology, sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. But
Hey, try it one more time. Try it one more time. And if it doesn't work, I'll tell you it's not working and we'll just go forward and have to share at a different time.
okay, let's try it one more time.
Not working.
Okay, well, as you know, our BlockBot report, you're going to love it as it comes out. Okay, it's going to tell you all the analytics on your nodes. It's going to be absolutely one of the first things you check every day when you get up. Okay, and but it's the BlockBot report, and I hate that the music didn't come through. But also, as you take a peek into the future of the Win blockchain, one of the reasons you might want to have Win is because you're going to be able to shop at the Connect Marketplace. And not only are you going to be able to buy nodes there, but what if you could buy maybe some of your favorite brands and cool stuff from all around the world, and you earn rewards while savings? And what if you were able to generate commissions through some of that purchases from your center of influences? It's very, very cool the way this is going to be set up going forward. And again, I know we're not giving you a whole lot of detail right now, but you're going to be able to earn Ethereum and Win from your friends and connections that make purchases in the Connect Marketplace. And so as we go forward and we look at that, the compensation plan is working right this minute. The Win digital reward that is to be issued somewhere down the road, not too far down the road, for sure this calendar year, way before year end, but it's all being tracked and recorded right now. Okay, they will land in your wallet as we go forward and in your vault. But the mission of Connect, we've all seen, dry, parched land. And what does Connect do? We bring the water, we bring the eyeballs to this ecosystem, okay? with water, you've got life, you've got vegetation, you've got the gift of life, right? Well, the gift of life in our world is eyeballs, cash flow, making things happen. We bring the message, we spread the message of the blockchain out there to the universe. That's why you want to participate in the WIN blockchain. It allows you to earn compensation for doing that. You're going to tell friends anyway, why not earn compensation for doing that, right? And because WIN is the proof of action blockchain, you're going to earn extra points for sales by you and your team. You're going to earn extra points when your team members make money. There's all kinds of activities, 10 different activities that you're going to earn points for. And it all has to do with spreading the gospel, so to speak. But this is what we're building right here. Some of the most exciting blockchains we have, you haven't even heard of yet. Some of what's in progress, you don't even know of yet. You probably heard of Galvin. They're one of the most exciting blockchains out there. They're alive and kicking. They're very strong. In fact, they're hosting our part of our contest and some of the rewards going forward. And we focused on 3 today because of time, okay? But we just didn't have time to go into everything. We wanted to have this kind of be like a reboot call, if you will, for some that had seen things early on and wanted to re-engage and see if how Connect was doing over the months. I want to tell you something. Connect is strong, healthy, and alive. We want you to engage. We want you to pick up the mantle one more time and push forward. This is like Scott talked about a while ago about the gold mine. Well, this is the gold rush from this perspective. What you want to do is capture market share. What you want to do is expand your team, expand the influence. I think you see with everything you saw today, the message that Brent Frank brought to us about how green and what's going on there and what's going to happen in that world. Very exciting, very powerful. Brad Wilden, everything that's happened there. You got one of the original creators of the Discover Card as the CEO of that movement, and Brad with all his expertise leading the charge in that arena, and how it's I'm an alpha beta tester on my phone with the credit card. It's working. Okay. And you got Element and all the things, the excitement, the exciting announcements they have made. You got the WIN blockchain and what it's going to produce and where it's going. The announcements that will be made there as far as a roadmap goes are going to be extremely exciting to you and your team. And so why do you want to buy WIN node? Well, you want to earn the rewards. You want to participate in expanding the blockchain. You want your team to do the same thing. And so it's very, very exciting what's in front of us. I know in this short period of time today, there's no way we could go over every single detail. The thing I wanted you to, and if you've got a question that didn't get answered, please shoot that to the guy or gal that is who you consider the leader in your universe, and get them the question, and we'll get the answers back to you. I also want to commend the leadership that helped put this call together. We had just shy of 300 people. I'm sure there were other rooms that had more than 1 or 2 or 3. You know, we had, but the ones I know of, shy of 300 people participate in this from, it sounds like 22 different countries. Well, that's a big enough movement. You can spread the globe with that. In fact, we obviously are already all over the globe, but man, we can build something very big, very huge. I want you each to know we're very glad you were here today. We appreciate your participation. If we didn't answer your exact question, give us a little grace. I hope you realize that you only cover so much in so much time. But what I do want you to know is this: we are building the Connect that you want us to become. Okay, we are building that company. I hope we showed you enough today so you can see that. I also want you to know something else. It is time to throw it in gear and step on the skinny pedal, as we say over here in Texas. Step on the gas. It's time to engage. It's time to, if you don't have some of your nodes yet, it's time to go get them. It's time to share the story. It's time to get excited and let yourself enjoy the ride, okay? We also want you to go register for our fall leadership event, the October leadership event. Remember, the top 50, the first 50 to register are going to get light nodes. We talked about that. Won't go into all the details again, But so that's exciting times. And so as we wrap this up, I want to thank you again for your participation. We appreciate each and every one of you. Let's rock and roll. We've got calls that will be coming up. We got a Monday night update call that we do every week at 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 Mountain Time. And I know those time zones are off for some of you, but the communication is going to be enhanced as we've described, and you heard about some of those things earlier. So for right now, we're going to call this one a wrap. We thank you for your participation today. Leaders out there, I commend you. We had 2 guys that won 2 raffles, so congratulations to both of you, and also our 3rd raffle winner too. And so anyhow, we appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to call it a wrap. Austin, thank you for your hosting duties, and we want to thank Brant Frank, Scott Lemieux, and also Brad Wilden for their part on the program. That's it for today. Appreciate you guys. Adios.
Recording stopped.